Hello guys, so today I'll be doing another trade recap video. So this was a trade I took on Tuesday, 26th July. Yeah, 26th July. And I just want to explain the reason why I took the sell from here to target this equal lows as my main target here, and also this equal low here. So going to the 15-minute time frame. So I remember yesterday, I think, yeah, yesterday price when I did the previous trade recap video, I think price was somewhere around here. Yeah, price was somewhere around this range here, if I remember. So and then I said yeah, somewhere within this range, and then I see that since we've had this break structure here, so I see since we have this break structure here, and since we just broke like the bearish structure and something, we have some kind of push here, and recently we just broke the bearish structure. So I normally say I would want to see some kind of confirmation before really saying that the truly formed structure, that the newly formed structure is the true structure to follow. You see, when you have something like this, and then it is like the previous lower low, and this is your lower high, then price pulls back up and breaks it. So if price pulls into the zone, maybe I'll take a buy here, right? Because I don't think I will patiently need to wait for the second one, but the second one is what I normally want to see. So if price pulls back into this range and then respects this range and makes a new higher high, I can confidently take a buy on the second pullback. Like that is like the ideal scenario. That's like the one I want to see. But when we have a pullback, when we have this first break, when the only thing we have is just this first break and price goes into this range, there's a possibility that this move above this high, the move above this high could be some kind of sweep of liquidity for price to mitigate maybe a higher supply zone, which could be maybe somewhere here, and this could be some kind of sweep of liquidity. As if you get this break here, even if it's a body close, that price could just take it as a sweep of liquidity and then continue lower. So it actually makes sense if maybe when you have your first break like this, when you have this as your first break, and then price pulls up into it, actually makes sense to maybe take some kind of sales from up here or up here to target maybe a demand zone within this range, and while you are on the sale, like you also need to like study the supply and demand ranges, like how they interact, so you'll be able to know if price is really going to respect this low and make a new higher high, or is going to just continue down today, which is for price to come and take out this low. So that's why I normally wait for that second higher low. I need to see this higher low from, and then I can enter on the second one. But since sometimes I do wait for them maybe on the lower time frame, but when I'm on the higher time frame, like the 15 minutes, and I have just this things. So when I'm on the, let me say this is the 15-minute time frame, we have this as our 15-minute time frame, and we recently had the break above this high here. So if price goes into, let me say, 15 minutes supply zone, so 15-minute demand zone, then I can look for that confirmation on the 1 minute where we have like this to be our previous high, and then price now breaks it. I can wait for that double confirmation on the 1 minute, and then this way I will take my trade on the 1 minute. Because since the 15 minutes is not really confirmed, if I get some kind of confirmation on the 1 minute, I can be sure that this high is going to be taken out on the 15 minutes. So I can confidently take a buy here. Sorry, take a buy down here and target this high. This will be my profit target. So going back to Tuesday's trading. That's what we had here. And I talked about, I said that here we had our break of structure here. I said this was our break of structure here, and price has pulled back into this whole range. That's this high to this low. So this is the range we are working with. So since it's not really confirmed, like this is like our first pullback, which is not really confirmed, I can look to maybe take some kind of trades down here, which I actually did. I did take trades here on Monday, took a buy here to just take out this high. So, and then when price pushed up, we didn't get a full body close above this high. We didn't get a full body close above this high. All we had was just this weak. I just kind of wicked it as some kind of sweep of liquidity. I don't even know what price did that, but price always do what it wants to do. Oh my God. So price just kind of wicked above the high, and then yesterday I was looking at this then as some kind of new demand range, and this is the low. So we have this new range. It's our new demand range. So I was looking to see price pull back into the zone, respect the demand range, because we want to see price close above here. We want to see price close somewhere here, and then once see that. So since we have this new demand range, price will mostly just go back into the demand range, respect that demand range, and then continue up. But since price didn't respect the demand range here, price didn't respect this demand range we have here. We do not have any kind of respect for it. The price broke below it. So then that yesterday I was really convinced that price might want to come deeper to take out this low. Like we had some kind of lows here. That's from this one, from this whole, this was some kind of liquidity. And I was convinced that price might be coming down to this low since it failed to take out that high. And then, and again, we do not really have a confirmed structure yet. That's a confirmed bullish structure yet. So it makes sense to follow the supply and demand ranges since supply is now in control here. That's when price broke. When price broke this, when price goes this low, so we now had a new supply which was from here to here. So it makes sense to just follow the supply ranges. No? Yes. Yeah, so this like our range here. So if price pulls, and I say price will mostly just pull back and then push back up into. I talked about this. Talked about this imbalance being one of my POIs, like my area of interest, maybe some kind of place where I would want to take a sell or where I want to take a buy. So this imbalance was like an important zone to me. And when we got a reaction from the zone. We had like this, we had like price pushing into the zone and reacting before actually breaking it. Didn't really hold price, and even if price held price, like even if price was to react to this zone and then respect the zone and continue, I don't even think I'll be able to get in on the trade because this was during a share session. So what price actually came into was this extreme zone I had here. Yeah, it was kind of clear. Where did I even get this zone from? Can't even remember. I think it's there on the trade recap video I uploaded yesterday. Okay, I think so this side value, this engulfed candle. Okay, let me see the 1 minute zone. I think it's the 1 minute zone. Yeah, it's the 1 minute, but we actually just got like price of it the zone. I don't know why, but either way, this was a share session, so I won't still be. I won't even be on my shots to take the trail of sleeping in. So back on the 15 minutes. So then we now had this internal structure here. So London session, which is actually one of the sessions that I try trade, sometimes London and New York. It just depends when I'm on the shots. Maybe when I'm just busy, so I can just go on the shots and take trades. So here we had this. Where we had price take out this low here at first as general session when price pushed that this low was taken, and then we had some kind of aggressive push up again. So this was around 8 and an aggressive push up again, taking out this high. So this actually was showing off. So I was thinking we are kind of within this supply range. We are kind of within this supply range. Yes. No, not yet. I kind of within this range and this high as basically this full zone here. So price, the range is still being respected. We haven't really broken below this low to form any range yet. So when I saw price doing things like this, I was like, I didn't really know what to do at first, so I just had to wait price. And at the same time, so then I was thinking, okay, if we have a break above this, since we have some kind of break above this high, but then we don't have a confirmed higher low yet, because this looks something like this. Price is this one. Then price breaks above this high, and then pulls back into this. So now we don't have that confirmed lower high. So higher low, we don't have this yet. We don't have the confirmed higher low. So, but then because I was thinking maybe if price sometimes uh, like I was really impatient, like somewhere down here. I was thinking maybe if price comes down, there's a possibility that I could respect something here. So I was thinking, okay, if if I get a reaction here on that's the 15 minutes, I just have a break above here and I don't have a confirmed structure yet on the 15 minutes. If I get price reacting to some kind of supply zone which I had down here on the 15 minutes, it's not even saying on the 15, I think it will be 5 minutes supply zone. If I get some kind of reaction here, then I'll wait for a 1 minute confirmation, that's price breaking a high here for 1 minute and price respecting. Jeez, my jaw is terrible. Interesting. So 15 minutes we had this break, one session, and the only time I'll take a buy is if we are reacting to some kind of maybe 15 minutes, 5 minutes demand zone, and then on the 1 minute we get some kind of confirmation. This is now like this thing from here to the right. It's like 1 minute price action, so just have to understand it that way. So now we have some kind of break structure on the 1 minute here. I'll wait for that higher low to form. Like I have to wait for that higher low to form on the 1 minute. Price makes a new higher high, and then I can take the trade on the next pullback into the demand zone. I take the next pullback trade into the supply. Sorry, to the demand zone. Yeah, and I maybe take a trade here with my stop loss below the zone, and then my take profits will just be above the 15 minute high, or maybe if I have some kind of pool of liquidity, I can take it, or if I have a supply zone up here, I can sell my take profit there. But the majority of my trades will be closed out just above this high. So that's how I was looking at it during London session when price was down here. So now just go to the 1 minute. And 5 minutes. Yeah, it was a 3 minute engulfed candle. So that's what I was looking at. So when price taps into the 15 minutes, so into the 3 minutes supply, so I wanted to see that 1 minute change. That's the 1 minute breaking. Let me say the 1 minute breaking its previous lower high, pulling back to make a new higher low. And remember, for this higher low to be confirmed, we need to see a break above this high. That's the only time you can say this is our new high low. So until you get a break above this high, this is not our high low. So if you get the break above this high, I can confidently take the trade on any demand zone here, or maybe at the extreme here, and then look to target that 15 minutes high somewhere here. So that's how I planned out the trade. And then going over to the 1 minute. So going over to the 1 minute, price pulled back into this 3 minute supply, but then we did not get a break above this high. Various wicked hits a little bit, but we didn't get a break above the high, and we definitely did not get that new higher low I wanted to see. So this is what I wanted to see before I would take the trade, as if price breaks above this high. pulls back into the newly created range, respects it, and then makes a new higher high, then this is where I'll take my trade. That's when price pulls back into the zone again. Then I'll take the trade to take that the 15-minute high. But that does not happen. So price breaks below this level again. So when we had the break below here, when we had the break below here, this was our 15 minutes low on the 15-minute time frame. Let me just go to 15 minutes so you understand what I'm talking about. So here, so this was our 15 minutes low. So initially we're working within this range, this low and this, and then we now had the break here. So we are now working with this and this. So these are new supply range. So now when price goes below this, I'll say okay, now supply is back in control, because the only confirmed thing we have yet that's within this structure here is actually bearish order flow. So I could just take the trade if I get some kind of confirmation when price pulls back to retest this new supply range. So going back to the 1 minute. So that's why it's actually very important you don't fix yourself to a specific bias. Like you just need to react to whatever the market is doing. If price is showing you bearish market structure, or if you are getting some kind of bearish price actions, you just take the sales when you get them. You don't try to say this or price is doing this. I just need to be very flexible when you're trading. Like just switch bias when price changes. So when we had reaction here, another reaction here, price goes into this demand zone, tries to push up and then fails. So this is the last supply range to me. That before this break of structure, this is like my last supply range. So this is like an important zone to me, this orange here. So it's an important zone to me. Like I pay attention to last area of supplies, and it is also like if that area of supply also reacted to some kind of demand zone before breaking the supply, like I would really want to see what happens within that range. So that's why I marked out the zone here, and then I watched price mainly on the 1 minute. I didn't really go above the 1 minute watching price. So when I saw this pullback here, I had this pullback and then price pushed again. So I was thinking if price breaks above this high, just to pull back to this, because if price is going to pull back to this zone, it has to break above this high. So I said I won't set a limit here. I won't say like limit here. Well, if I had a limit here, I would have been that, but I didn't set it, because if we had this break here, applying the same logic we used here, applying the same logic we used somewhere here. If this is our break, if price is to pull back into this range, this will be like some kind of demand gaining control on the 1 minute. And I really do not want to take trade. I really do not want to take any trade when demand is in control and I'm looking for a sell. Like I need to see everything. Like I need to see the supply zone. I need to see a supply zone being created and price respecting that supply zone. So that was the reason why I didn't set a limit here. I really need to see more confirmation. I needed more confirmations. So when price pushed into the zone, and since this is not really my extreme zone, like this is just like a zone within this range. Because this range you're working with this range here from here to here. And now we now have this push here, and we also have a range here. We have this range here. There's a possibility that price will just push up above this range to maybe come into this one, or maybe this extreme range. So that was the reason why I didn't want to take a trade. I didn't want to just set a limit here, because when I know price could come back higher before going down, so I didn't really want to just take the trade. So here, so when price pushed into this zone, and I had this as my low. I had this. So I had this as my new range. So price pulled back again, and then we had some kind of reaction to the zone. Like it's not really that huge, but we got a reaction to it. So that was actually my first entry. So I took the first trade here. That's when price reacted to this range and then broke this low. I took the first sell here. So as you can see, I have a zone here. I was actually took a loss here, so this was my first trade during the normal session, and my stop loss was just a few pips above. So yeah, around 3 pips. So that was the first entry which I lost. And then since I already knew that we are working within this range, like we already have this high and this low, so there's a possibility that price will come up into this extreme supply here. So I didn't have a limit here. So when price pushed up into this, that was when I just had to market execute somewhere around here. Like I don't know the exact level, somewhere around here. Just had to market execute and set my stop loss here. So that was the entry I used on the trade. And then when I was setting my take profit, I knew for sure that this low going to be a problem for price to take out this particular one. So I just wanted to take some kind of cash out within here just to cover my risk. I don't know, sometimes I do move my trades to break even, sometimes I don't. So I just need to cover some kind of risk down here, just take out something of the market when price push down, because I knew this won't be a problem for price. And since I already had this low, I already had this equal lows here outlined. I also wanted to take another partial down here, because one thing I noticed with price is if price takes some kind of liquidity, sometimes when we have liquidity pools like this, if price takes that liquidity, sometimes to reverse and start going the other direction. Let me say we have some kind of a sell side liquidity here. If price comes down, takes this liquidity, the possibility that price will continue, will reverse and then continue up. So I don't really want to see price reverse when I'm already in a trade like this. So I really need to take something out here. So even if price decides to reverse from down here, that's after it takes the low. Price decides to reverse here and then continue up, I won't really be pinned, because I know I've partial out some things. And I also talked about this particular equal lows to this one. Okay. I also talked about this equal low here. That's still on the video I did yesterday, on the technical video I did. Talked about this equal low. Also, I wanted to see price take out this low before I would Yeah, I think I was looking at maybe a supply zone here because this was our last area of supply. Sorry, our last area of demand. So I wasn't really thinking maybe price would take out this low, but this was my overall target. I just set my take profit here because I know if price is going to come down, like it won't have a problem taking out this low. Like it won't really stress price to take this low out. So that was one of the reasons why I was setting that as my overall target. So so yeah, that is it, guys. And if you look, even if you didn't get in on this first pullback into the trade here, even if you didn't get in on this first pullback, we have some kind of reaction going on within here. Like you could have just looked at that and maybe entered here. Actually didn't take any more trades when I was on this one. So we have some kind of price reacting to this. So this is like a valid demand zone to me, and the price was coming back. We also had another reaction to it here. That's from this week here. Yeah, some kind of reaction to it. So you could have just taken the sell here, like just take the sell somewhere here, and you'll be on the trade. So yeah, that's it, guys. But I hope you found this video helpful. And yeah, if you're not subscribed to the channel, so do want to subscribe and also like the video. So have a good night, guys.